sunlit world of what he believes to be reality. But there is, unseen by most, an underworld, a place that is just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side.
Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Talks from the Darkside, the episodic show where we talk about the episodic horror anthology television series Tales from the Darkside, created by George Romero and Richard Rubenstein. I'm Joe Lascola.
I'm Sean O'Rourke.
I'm Connor, the petty supernatural being McGraw.
And I'm Chris Bahr.
And today, we're talking about episode 10, Djinn, No Chaser, directed by Shelley Levinson, written by Harlan Ellison, with a teleplay by Haskell Barkin, in the original air date of January 13th, 1985.
Did I just describe the whole episode? There we go. We're done.
All right.
who wants to do? And I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
and I'm Jan bin Jan the Djinn.
Hi, and I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And I'm the genie that's somehow, some way more useless than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in this fucking episode.
Ah, Prince Abubu, yes.
Hey, if I found a genie, or if I found a magic lamp, and I had one wish, I wish I could unsee this episode.
I don't know what they were thinking with this one, and I'm ready to talk about it, but I'm just like a little confused.
This was a smattering of very bizarre ideas that are all not fully formed at all, and then it just kind of fucks out, and like it's like, all right, bye.
I'm gonna say this episode sucks.
It does suck.
Oh, it sucks big time. There's a couple little things that make me laugh in this, but this is a skipper, straight up. Like I hate listening to fucking that guy talk. And he's talking lot in this episode. What the fuck's his name? Charles Levin.
Who cares? That's his name.
Charles Levin is Danny Squires, and he's just in like a bunch of TV and stuff, like bit parts and stuff. And like he's not a bad actor, but like I just don't fucking care.
He's gobbling every single scene he's in with these long, drawn out, like really hyperbolic and like just unneeded like speech patterns, and then he's doing it with his wife essentially too, and these two chatterboxes never give you enough time to really think about anything because they're just fucking yapping at you the whole time.
Yeah, is that a Woody Allen impression or something?
Yeah, I don't
know what he's trying to do here.
I'll say this though, Joe, like you said, I mean, I'm sure you're about to get into some of the things you do like about it as we talk about this, but I do appreciate that they try different things on this show. Like, this doesn't really land, but at least it's like they're trying a different formula, like a different kind of like almost wraparound with him in this straitjacket, and just telling the story a different way. It just, end result maybe isn't cooked all the way, but I appreciate that they try different shit every episode.
Well, the storytelling on this episode, I think, is well done. It's just not a great story, in my opinion. And I really don't like writing like this. Like, nobody talks like this in real life, right? Even from like a comedy perspective, I'm just like, this is nauseating, the amount of like forethought that was put into these people's dialogue.
You know what I think this was while I was watching it? They were trying to, in my opinion, capture a like Tom Hanks movie in 22 minutes.
I guess so.
Because it's like very similar to that kind of shit that Tom Hanks was getting at that time. Like,
You've Got Djinn? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I got like a dime store Tom Hanks kind of vibe off this guy. Like
Turner and Djinn, yeah.
Yeah, trying to do that style of comedy, but not having the right kind of energy or the right material to really make it work.
It's just, it's 100% quirkiness without any actual aim or direction.
Yes.
And it's just like, that's all we've got is the quirk.
That's a perfect word for it, the quirk. You can fucking take that shit right to the dumpster, man. No thanks.
It's like when people accuse certain like Marvel stuff of being it's called Whedon speak. Where, like suddenly everyone in the room is a sharp ass comedian and nobody talks normally.
Oh yeah, I guess that's my big problem with it because that's like literally all the dialogue in this.
And it's like it's exhausting by like 5 minutes in. It's like, oh, are you really doing this the whole episode?
It's almost got like this noir third person quality to it.
Yeah,
like he's talking about himself in like the third person sometimes. And he's like, and then they came upon this tent that just suddenly appeared. Did this tent appear? It just suddenly appeared. Oh my goodness, it wasn't there 2 seconds ago. Let's go inside because it must be a Swami shop. And then if it's a Swami shop, I'm gonna make a fucking racist joke about it.
It's like frantic and like none of the jokes land, and it's just like nonstop.
Joe, your impression of it sounds like an old anime dub from like the 70s, where it's just they just spit their fucking dialogue out as fast as they can.
That's how it sounds in my head.
Well, and that's how it sounds, period. But the whole setup is this fucking guy in a goddamn straitjacket talking to this screen like it's a MTV confessional. And like, yeah, let me tell you, hey, I'm in a straitjacket. Yeah, I went fucking nuts. Let me tell you how I got there. And then, he goes into this fucking tent and finds a genie lamp.
It just dawned on me now that, like, this is kind of like a Lovecraft story. We were just talking about Lovecraft on the last episode, but like...
I was just going to get into that, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Lovecraft stories open where the guy's like in an insane asylum.
With a man who's like, I have now been driven insane. Let me tell you how.
Well, I'm writing to you now to recount the story of this insane tragedy that befell me.
Of the time I met Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the haunter of the dark.
We were walking down Main Street in Hobbs End.
Oh, yeah.
Now imagine this guy reading like a Lovecraft story.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No, the actor here.
You'd be done in minutes and wouldn't have any idea what the fuck he just said to you.
Yeah, what did I just hear?
With the exception of Jeffrey Combs, I can only listen to Lovecraft audiobooks with like British accent. People with British accents.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, no, you get this guy instead.
Well, because when they come across a word like color spelled COLOUR, they can, it just rolls off their tongue easier.
It's just more eloquent, I guess. And it's like, and then, so the shadow of Innsmouth happens, and then there's fishmen and the fucking, and then I went into a hotel with a Gilman hotel, and then this thing happened. It was the weirdest thing because there was this fishman, and he was outside, but I don't really know what's a fishman yet. There was this drunk guy that talked to me, but I don't really know. Cthulhu.
This whole time I could picture your eyebrows going up and down all the whole time.
Why I'm in the straitjacket? I don't know why I'm in the straitjacket. Let me tell you the story real quick, okay? Maybe it was. I mean, me and my wife moved into this apartment. We found this fucking fishman. I don't know. Maybe this book Necronomicon. I don't know. Whatever you hear. Shut up.
That's.
My wife, she wanted to decorate the house like it was Turkish. We're both white as hell, and it was basically cultural appropriation, but that's what she wanted, so, we got the lamp.
But, like, it pops up like the fucking, like a tent in Agrabah, dude. The guy's just like, come into the tent. And
literally.
Look, there's Rumpelstiltskin in the corner.
That's how he got to America.
I brought him here by magic.
But then, like, he haggles down this lamp down from, like, $100 down to, like, fucking 10, and he's, like, all proud of himself.
Okay, so these are the parts that I find amusing. I love when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or this guy in the tent, like, spits insults, dude.
Oh, yeah, what was that all about?
I don't know, like, may your kin need corrective lenses for the rest of eternity or whatever.
May your pinky toe always crash into the wall.
Yeah, that he comes back with, what does he say? It's like, I hope something heavy falls upon your head from a high distance. There's something, something dumb.
I hope 1,000 decrepit camels fall in your couscous or some shit.
Yeah, real A+ material.
It's a weird little thing. They were scraping the fucking bottom of the barrel to try to get more jokes into this. What if we have like the shopkeeper has like a thing with him? I don't know. Let's try it.
Real quick, I just want to interject to go back earlier talking about we kind of just skimmed over it, but the writer of this episode.
Yeah.
Harlan Ellison was actually a huge sci-fi writer for decades, and his work's like all over the place.
Yes.
So I'm surprised this episode is like, I'm kind of curious to see what the original story was like and how it ended up as what this episode is.
I'll tell you one fucking thing. It's nothing like this teleplay. Like this guy, who the fuck? Haskell Barkin took this and was like, let's make this funny. What do you say?
Yeah, this needs more jokes.
Pretty much.
The whole room's like, but you're not funny.
Yeah, but wait a second. I always wanted to write comedy, so let me take this sci-fi story and write a comedy out of it. It'll be great.
There's more comedy in the last episode, and it's barely trying, and this one's like trying to shove it down your throat, and it's not landing at all.
And all the humor we've had so far in this series is like, just, it's subtle. I mean, the last one, is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been like in your face as much as this one has.
No.
No.
Also, if we try to plot crunch this, it's like, what happens? I don't know. an annoying couple gets a lamp and then just kind of meanders about until it ends.
Until it works out for them.
Yeah.
It's saying something that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the best part of this fucking episode, right?
And he's barely in it. He's mostly like a fucking voice coming out of the lamp.
A disembodied voice.
He's the most disrespectful voice in the universe, okay? Every time he has a chance to talk to these people, he's like, hey, fuck you, you're ugly, I hope flies eat your carcasses, whatever, piss off.
May the sweat of 1,000 baboons infest your veins or some shit.
And the funny thing is like he's actually pretty like, good in the Naked Gun movies.
Oh, and he's good in what is it? What's that movie with Bruce Lee that he did? Game of Death.
Game of Death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too.
Remember that time that Pam Grier wouldn't marry him because he became he found Islam and she didn't want to convert, so she just left him.
So he became a genie.
The whole Richard Pryor situation with the cocaine on the cervix.
And he married a woman this like 2 weeks later. That was just like, sure, I'll do whatever you say, Mr. Jabbar.
Go back and listen to that coffee episode for more of that.
Great movie. Anyway.
Yes, but okay, so this genie is pissed that he can't get out of the fucking lamp. He's stuck in the lamp. So instead of just like allowing like these people to like wish him out of it or something, like instead he just tortures them.
Well, here's the thing too. The main dude, is such a dickhead. Like, he is so up his own ass, and again, he just never shuts the fuck up, and he's just a jerk to everybody. Like, why is his wife even still with him?
Well, they just got married, remember?
Yeah, I get. Why would you marry this dude?
He also threatens her with a divorce like every 5 seconds. He's like, maybe I should see a divorce lawyer. She's like, maybe you should. He's like, maybe I won't.
Yeah, because nobody's gonna put up with my bullshit.
Well, first he wants nothing to do with the lamp. Like, he thinks his wife's like silly for fucking rubbing it, and then like. Then when he is talking to the genie, he's like, well, mine and my wife's lamp. And he's like, well, actually, it's just your wife's. He's like, oh, I don't think so. He gets like all pissed off.
Yeah, well, he makes a comment like, some genies have masters, but I don't, so go fuck yourself. And, maybe I'll grant you a wish if I could ever get out of here, but not you, you scumbag.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make it rain in your apartment.
He makes it rain in the apartment, and like there's frogs and lava and all kinds of shit.
Oh, the dog in the bedroom.
The dog.
The guy, before it rains, he goes, I want lots of money. And so the genie makes it rain.
Yeah, and just laughs.
but literally makes it rain.
The genie basically turns their fucking house into like Jumanji.
Yeah.
Or like a level of Diablo or some shit. There's like fucking trees and branches all over the place, and it's like a half an inch of water on the floor.
In the jungle, you must wait till the dice read 5 or 8, yeah.
They look like Alan Partridge by the end of this with the goddamn, like, their clothes are like they're coming out of the jungle. Their hair's all fucking, like, shot out.
Long, and he's got a beard.
Stephen King's carcass in the corner with a shotgun in his hands.
It's like you don't know how much time has passed between, like, them getting the lamp and when their clothes are all raggedy.
It's supposed to be a long time, I guess.
And I guess, like, the lamp, or the genie, however you want to word that, won't let them leave the apartment. And every time that one of them tries to leave, like, it starts, like, screaming at him in the hallway or sending, like, monsters after him.
Yeah, that's it. Something yells at him.
I just don't understand why the genie's just not like, hey, if you get me out of here, I'll stop all this stuff, and I'll grant you your wishes. Like, why are we playing this fucking game?
I don't know who wants what.
Yeah, I'm sure the original idea was a lot better than this was pulled off.
And like, they don't open the fucking lamp just because this guy is a jerk off. And then he like checks himself into that mental institution where like you see him in the beginning, and he's not letting the doctor get a word in edgewise, and then they just let him out, I guess, or something. And he goes back to the apartment, and it's like all nice and stuff. And he's like, what's going on here?
You get that guy the fuck out of my hospital.
What happened to the crocodile? Oh, I love the crocodile.
Where's the moss? Did you use my good knife for the moss? Where's my decoy collection? Oh, there it is. It looks beautiful.
Oh, right. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. His fucking duck collection.
Oh, yeah.
His rubber duck collection.
Fuck,
like,
man.
come on.
Yeah, wasn't he like my rubber mallards or something like that? Like,
I feel like half the lines this guy has is just like improv on the spot. And the director was like, yeah, whatever.
Okay, I'm sleepwalking through this.
It's like, I'm getting paid either way.
We only have 2 days to get this done. Whatever. Yeah, that's the line. Okay.
All our budget went to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
and all my cares.
And he's only on screen for 6 seconds.
Everything was burned along with my dreams. So, the whole thing is the wife got the genie out because she used a fucking can opener on this lamp.
Where?
I don't even understand how that logistically works, because the whole idea is like, I'm so big and this is so small. It's like, so are you telling me you crammed your whole body out of that small hole? Like, what was the problem before? Why couldn't you squeeze out the front?
Connor, the wizard that put him in there knew nothing of microbiology or whatever the fuck he says. Molecular structure.
Sure, that's the thing that was said. Like,
Oh, this was definitely a gunner job then.
John Hurt put him in that fucking lamp, dude.
Yeah, I don't know the magic, but the Bears are going to win this year. And Kareem's like, I don't even play football, as he's getting sucked into it.
Yeah, this whole like payoff at the end is just kind of like blah. It's like someone thought they're being clever here.
Yeah, he just like walks out with some like fog surrounding him in a suit like, hey, yeah, I can make all your wildest dreams come true.
Yeah, but he's still being an asshole, and he's like, you got him out? He's your friend. What do you mean he's your friend? You fucking him? And she's like, I'm not even going to answer that.
Yeah, that's the X-rated version.
She should have. She should have fucked the genie and, like, threw him out. I would have been like, okay, genie, kill this guy.
You know who the husband reminds me of? He's fucking Jerry from Rick and Morty. That's exactly what he is.
Ugh.
He's a weird, pathetic, spineless asshole.
And he just, like, I don't know. I just hate this guy so much. And he ends up winning at the end, and that pisses me off even more.
Well, I feel like this whole episode has no distinct direction. Like, I don't feel like there's any kind of resolution to anything. It's just like, I want to get out. And she's like, all right, you're out. And he's like, cool. All right, get out of here.
The genie's going to grant them wishes, though. So he's got it made, dude. And he's just like... what does he say? He says something to his wife like, oh, I'm not going to get a divorce or whatever. Let's get it. He does the fucking divorce thing again.
Yeah.
And she's super supportive. She's like, look, sometimes, you help me through spots where I made it and now I helped you now or something. And we're supposed to give a shit because this guy's a douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gets messy at the end. It's like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sitting there drinking a cup of tea and he's like, your human, existence is pretty beautiful. Yeah, I looked around. It was pretty nice. Do you play bridge? Do you like biochemistry? Do you realize how close they are to being correct about the jumping genes of the DNA molecule? What are you talking about?
Here, Kareem, read these cards. Okay.
Do you like basketball?
I know.
Do you like nachos?
Do you like martial arts movies? I get it's the joke, but like it's just... not funny. It's not funny.
Yeah, that's just like, it's like we're going to try to get, have fun with each of these and, find the good in every one of these episodes. But this was rough.
Then it just ends.
I was happy to hear that music rolling, honestly.
Oh, it's better than the other music we had in the middle of the episode. Do you remember that part? It's like somebody just fell asleep on their keyboard.
Their head just fell down on it.
Yeah. Oh, we definitely need a sample of that music here.
Oh, it's coming. I'm gonna see if it's different.
It's obnoxious. That's the only way to describe it.
It's on one of those tapes. I want to see if they change the shitty music for other shitty music.
Oh yeah.
The previous episode, like, I couldn't take my eyes off of because I wanted to see where this was going, and this one I was like, can we wrap this shit up? It's just so not interesting.
You just said it, Chris. When those credits roll, you're like, that was a tale from the dark side because that was scary as shit. Like, I never want to fucking experience it again.
This is certainly a dark day in my life.
But I'll give it this much. It's like as weird of an episode as it is and just like not fun. It just, all that. The one part that I liked is the actress. She was kind of the better part of it for me. I thought was funny was her character here was a complete 180 from another character she did in another anthology show. Do you remember? Did you catch that one, Joe?
I did. That's Corman's Calamity she's in Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, she's like the nagging wife that's all angry and turns into that giant monster.
Yeah, Harry Anderson's fucking wife in that.
We sure it's Andy Anderson this time? Are we sure?
No, I'm sure it's Harry Anderson and not fucking Bruce Davison. I promise.
It is Harry Anderson. Yeah, because I thought the same thing too. Because I'm like, we just covered word processor the episode.
Guess what episode? Guess who's coming up in the next episode?
Yeah, the Harry Anderson one's next. It all comes together.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
It all lines up.
It's all connected.
Welcome to the Tales from the Darkside universe.
Welcome. It's our Netflix universe. It's like
it really
we're
is.
canon to it, but it's not canon to us. Ha
Yeah. So I mean, I guess, man, I really don't have anything else to say about this. I mean, like it's competently made. I'll say that. Like it's shot pretty fine. There's some cool lighting stuff and whatever. It's out there, but not in a good way. And I mostly just want to press the fast forward button or the skip button to get to the next episode because goddamn.
Yeah, this is one that comes up and it's just, you can skip this one. Unless you really like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah. You really went for that payoff.
Then cool, we got a good surprise for you.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like raw. It feels uncooked. Like there's an idea here, but it's not refined at all.
Yeah, like a high school play or something.
Even what Chris said before, like, the original story, I can't imagine it's even close to this, with the exception of there being a djinn and a couple, or somebody,
Yeah.
the djinn causing havoc on somebody.
Yeah, I mean, if this was like a regular episode, this would definitely be in the dumpster. So, like, yeah. Unless you're just going through the series with us, or you're just like a completionist, definitely could skip this one. And hey, if you want to see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, just look it up. It's the last fucking literal minute of the episode, so I'm sure it's out there.
And if you made it all the way to the end of the episode to hear the discussion that we have going, we're sorry. On behalf of all of us at Talks from the Dark Side.
But listen, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Like, you should at least see every episode one time.
Absolutely, yeah.
No, yeah.
Like, don't skip it entirely, because then you're going to be like, well, is it really that bad? I don't know. Judge for yourself. You know how that goes.
Yeah, find out for yourself.
Yeah, find out for yourself. It's just not even close to for the first season anyway, I think this is my least favorite episode.
Yeah, make your own opinion. Suffer like G did.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. Suffer like we did, actually.
Like we did.
Suffer like we did.
It's straight Djinn and no chaser whatsoever. The chaser is the next episode, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, I'm Joe Lascola.
I'm Sean O'Rourke.
I'm Connor McGraw.
And I'm Chris Bahr.
May the sweat of 1,000 monkeys pollute your wretched veins.
The dark side is always there, waiting for us to enter us. Until next time, try to enjoy the daylight.